One. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and I do not apologize about that. I'm just kidding. So we have the new Mob Psycho update. Pretty good so far from what I've seen. So we're going to start with the trainer over here. You're going to need 500,000 gems and Mob's energy. All drop from the dungeon. Mob Psycho Awakener, you need to be level 2,700 plus. You need 10 mob shards and 1 psychic scroll, and then you'll get the awakened. When I go into the dungeon, I might have the drop percentages on the screen depending on if I have the drop percentages at the time of editing. So, with that being said, let's head on into the dungeon, test out the fighting style, and give a review. Okay, everybody, it's a wave dungeon, which I don't like to deal with. So just gonna do we're gonna skip straight to the boss, because yeah, and then I'll do a showcase with damage and stuff. But yeah. For me, it doesn't take that long to get past this. Don't go off my sword damage. Yeah, just don't get this. Also, they kind of removed Virgil this update while they removed the dungeon to get it. So Virgil is gone, I guess, until they might bring it back again. I don't know. But yeah. Here we are. And we're also going to be testing out the Shadow. So, he has 10.5 trillion health. So, Telekinetic Breaker, no buffs, does 3 billion damage. Telekinetic Rupture does 3.1 billion, no buffs. Spectral Wave does 1. Sir! Okay. We're gonna say around 3.2 billion because I couldn't be bothered to count. Telekinetic Collapse does 3.2 billion, and then Ultimate Psychic Cat, whatever it's called, 2.9 million. So not bad. Now the question mark percent buff. Telekinetic Breaker now does 13.6 billion. Telekinetic Rupture now does 12.7 billion. Sir! I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay. Telekinetic Rupture does 16.9 billion. Spectral Wave does around 13.3 billion. Telekinetic Collapse does 13.4 billion, and Ultimate Psychic whatever it's called, does 15.2 billion. Now, all buffs. So, True Devil Trigger buff, SSJB Vegeta buff, and Gear 6. Telekinetic Breaker now does 382.4 billion. Telekinetic Rupture now does 357.2 billion. Spectral Wave now does around 400 billion. Telekinetic Collapse does 377.8 billion. And Ultimate Psychic CAD, whatever it's called, does 425.8 billion. Now we're going to try our best to get burst damage. We're gonna try our best. Okay, 1,917 for burst damage. That is actually not bad. So, do I actually recommend getting Mob Psycho? Yeah, it's great. Definitely worth the grind. Now, summon. This is Fused Mob Psycho. Alright, 7.7 billion on its own. That's actually not bad. Now let's see what the move. Alright, move's not bad. So yeah, I'd say probably get the shadow. It's probably a good shadow, probably like Virgil's. But yeah, I definitely recommend getting the shadow. It'll work. But yeah, it won't. If you have friends to grind with, it won't take that long to get. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.